Alright, what's going on, guys? So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I really like wading creeks, rivers, streams, that sort of thing. And unfortunately, I don't have too many of those kind of videos because where I live here in South Florida, there's not too many creeks, rivers, or streams. Naturally, there used to be a lot, but over the last 100 years or so, kind of urban development came through and they've been canalized. I think that's how you pronounce the word. They've been turned into canals, so they're not really wadable. At least most of them are not. They have very steep banks. A lot of them have concrete on the sides, so not very wadable. I did kind of find one that I'm going to try to fish. This one is brackish, and when I say brackish, I probably mean pure salt water, because we are very, very close to the ocean. The kind of banks here are lined with mangroves. So we're going to see if we can wade this. I don't know how wadeable it is, but in this little spot here, I can at least get in the water and test it out. So we're going to be fishing it. I'm going to be throwing around some small lures, and we'll see if we can get some saltwater fish out of this little, I was about to say canal, out of this little tidal creek, tidal river type of thing. Let's give it a shot, and let's see what happens. Alrighty, so here is the canal. As you can see, very urban. We got what looks to be a brand new, probably several $1 million house over on the other side. What we are going to be throwing, at least to start, are these Z-Man Shad Fry Z. It's a little 1.75 inch swim bait. I did pretty well with these in the freshwater, so we're going to try to fish this here in the saltwater. Got this on a little 1/32 ounce jig head. And I got my St. Croix Panfish Series Ultralight rod. So really don't have high hopes for this, but we are going to see what happens. Start casting out, start swimming back, and let's see if we can find some fish. Got a fish. Let's go. First one of the day. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a little jack. Oh, he's off. There's a school of jacks though. I had one hooked. Unfortunately, he came off. But there were several of them, maybe about 6 or so, that followed him in. So even though that's disappointing that I lost, it's a good sign that we got fish out there. That was another bite. Let's go. Oh, come on. All right. 2 casts, we got 2 bites. But now we got to catch one. I think that was another little jack. Let's tighten the drag up just a smidge there. Got him. This guy came out of nowhere, little jack. Let's take a look at our first fish here. All right, first fish is a real pretty little juvenile jack crevalle. So lost what I believe were 2 of these guys, and then we finally got one on shore. So it looks like we got some fish out there, which is great news. Let's get this guy back. And let's keep fishing. Let's see what else is out there. Oh! As soon as this really hit there, this one's bigger, I think. Almost as soon as this dropped in, we got a hit. Is it going to be another jack? This guy's fighting well. It is another jack. These guys do fight well. Let's get him on in here. Sweet. All right, fish number 2 on the bank. Another beautiful little juvenile jack. These guys fight really, really well. Don't know if we're gonna find anything else. I would love like a juvenile tarpon, but that's probably just wishful thinking. Let's go ahead and get this guy back. And wouldn't mind playing catch and release with those guys for a while. So let's see what else is out there. Got him. That one hit well. Another jack, I'm sure. It's a small one. Might be the smallest one of the day, but he hit the best. Let's take a look at this one. All right, fish number 3 on the bank. This is definitely the smallest of the 3, but he hit really, really well. But yeah, let's get this guy back. These guys are providing a pretty good amount of fun here. Got him. Another jack. There's tons of these guys over here. So I've got to double check because I'm pretty sure this one and the first 2 are definitely jack crevalles. That last one we caught might have been a horse-eye jack. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and let's get this guy back and let's keep fishing because these guys are providing a really, really good amount of fun right now. Oh, he hit. What I noticed is, number 1, that I'm missing a lot of hits. They keep biting the tail. But what I noticed is just a steady retrieve doesn't usually entice them to bite. It's usually that steady retrieve with a kind of a stop and a twitch and a jig type of thing. And usually on that stop, kind of twitch and jig that I do, kind of when that bait either starts to drop naturally, just kind of moves erratically, is when those hits start to come. So steady retrieve and then a couple twitches, let it drop. See if we can entice another bite. Like that. Had another bite, but once again, they're just kind of short strikes. They're biting the tail and pulling the lure off the hook here and not actually engulfing the entire thing. Got him. This is a nice one too. All these guys feel nice. I don't know if there's going to be another jack or not. These guys fight well. Is this a jack? No, it's not a jack. Oh, this will be a new species if I land it. It's a lookdown. Can I land this guy? Oh man, the pressure's on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If I'm not mistaken, these guys have very thin mouths. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Was not expecting this, but I will take it. All right, take a look at this guy. This is what I think is actually a pretty common fish down here in South Florida, but I've never caught one. Usually people catch these guys off of the piers. I was not expecting to catch this one here in the canal, but I'm so glad I did. He hit this little swim bait, which is really interesting. I think usually these guys are sabik'd and whatnot. All right, I'll get the hook at it in a second. But this guy fought really well. Such a weird looking fish. Called lookdowns because I guess when they're swimming it kind of looks like they're looking down because of their head shape. This is such a cool fish. Look at this dorsal fin. Alright, let's get this guy back, but I am really happy. New species for the life list, and it is a very, very unexpected one. There we go. That guy hit well, and he came to the surface. Those jacks didn't come to the surface. Could this be something else? Let's tighten the drag up here a little. Could this be something else? What is this? Oh, it's a needlefish or a houndfish. Also not exactly something that I was expecting, but also something that should be fairly common here. Let's oh, is he wrapped up now? He wrapped himself up over there, and now he's off. Are you kidding me? All right, whatever. Not really too upset that I lost that guy. Got him. Little, what is this? What is this? Is this a cuda? Little barracuda? I think so. Wow. Alright, so no sign of those jacks for the last several minutes, but we hooked up with 3 different fish, and 3 pretty cool fish. That lookdown was awesome. The needlefish, houndfish thing, not so much. But now we got a barracuda. Definitely my smallest ever. Also the first one I've ever caught on a lure. I caught a couple of these guys on some cut bait before. But this is a sweet catch. Was not expecting this guy to be back here. Got him. This feels like another nice one. All these fish feel nice. What is this? Another look down. Yeah, another look down. Yeah, another look down. Let's see if we can get this guy in. I've lost so many fish today. Let's take a look at this guy. Alright, so I lost a bunch of jacks today, but if we're going to lose the jacks and catch the look downs, I am happy with that because I've caught plenty of jacks in my life. I've not caught all that many look downs. This is such a unique looking fish. One of the things I really love about life listing and multi-species fishing is just being able to see how many different designs are on these fish. Like, why does this fish look like this? I have no idea, but I'm sure glad it does. Alright, let's get this guy back. Let's keep fishing. Oh man. Did you see that and hear that? I just had a hit and instantly he either cut my line, broke my line, or did something. My drag is still set pretty loose, and whatever that thing was didn't care. He still broke me off. That was going to be a nice fish, probably the biggest one of the day. So that's unfortunate. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. And what a pretty good session. 2 hours well spent. A couple things to talk about. I'll try to make it quick. Number one, that look down surprised me. Was not expecting that here. I've seen a lot of people catch them. I know they're pretty common in South Florida, but every time I've seen someone catch them, it's always been off of a pier on the ocean, usually when they're, I believe, just going for bait, like using a little sabiki rig. So that was really cool. We caught 2 of them. They fought really well. Just a really unique and cool looking fish. So that's number one. Number two, this was a whole lot of fun. We got an okay variety, but those jacks, 2 times today, that school of jacks kind of came through. So one was in the beginning. There was a little school hanging out here. I was able to catch a couple, hook up with a couple more. Then we had a little pause, and then that school came back, and I was able to mess around with those guys a little bit more, but they didn't hang out here the whole time. So there was a lot of dead periods, but then every once in a while the jacks or something else would move through, and that was a really good several minute stretch there. And then let me tell you the story about this little barracuda here. So I caught one earlier, then I hooked up with a second one about the same size. As I was bringing it in, it got attacked by a bigger barracuda about twice the size of the first one, and then that bigger barracuda bit my barracuda in half, and it also came off the hook at about the same time. And that barracuda took the back end of the little barracuda, stay with me here, and then the front half of the little barracuda was kind of just floating on the surface here for about a minute. And then all of a sudden, a monster, I'm really bad at estimating, but it's got to be a well over a 10-pound snook, came up and just annihilated the little, probably that big piece of the front half of the barracuda here on the surface. So this was a really interesting session. That was a cool but also scary sight. The look down was cool. Pretty good amount of action here. Didn't get a chance to wait as much as I would have liked, but still a pretty good time. Everything came on the little 1.75 inch Z-Man Shad Fry Z in like blue glimmer color. What is this thing called? Blue Glimmer Sparkle. So this is a awesome little lure. Worked really well when I used it in freshwater for some bluegills and largemouths, and it worked really, really well here on the little saltwater canal. But awesome time. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.